Guys, welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 5 from art class. This is going to be part 4 of the food doodling with foods project. This is actually going to be the last part to this project. So if you're tired of this assignment, or if you're sick of drawing food, you know this is the last one, and then we're going to move on to something else. All right. That being said, yet last week we focused on um, drawing. We started by drawing different types of food. From there, you guys chose which food you wanted to work on, and you drew different versions of it, right? Then from there, you drew just the post-it note. Today, we're going to be doing the project that I proposed to you guys in the first video of this project, and that was we're going to be completing an entire page, and we're going to be filling it in this way. All right. By this point, you guys have practiced how to do different methods. You guys have done a tiny version, right? And today or this week, you guys are going to be doing an even bigger version. Honestly, this type of project you can expand to an even larger sheet of paper if you wanted to. However, all I'm asking of you is one small sheet of sketchbook paper. If you have not picked up your supply kit just yet, please make sure you do so. It'll make things a lot easier because you won't have to use as big of a sheet of paper. So a regular size sheet of paper is 8.5 by 11, right, which is this big. Okay. However, your sketchbook should only be about this big. All right. So it's not going to be as big, and therefore it's not going to be as much work, for one, right? Which means you're more likely to be able to finish it on time. Okay. So that doesn't mean, just because we're moving on to the next step, though, doesn't mean we're just going to be getting rid of our post-it note. We're actually going to be using our post-it note from last week to be a part of the overall assignment. All right. So if you haven't finished this step yet, you need to do this part first. If you don't have any post-it notes, and you don't have any way to pick up the supply kit before you work on this project, what you can do is actually fold a regular sheet of paper into eighths, right? So fold it into a little tiny square, an eighth of the full sheet. Rip that off, or cut it, whatever you want to do. Draw the previous assignment on that small little paper, and then just either glue or tape it to your full size sheet of paper. All right. I know it's not going to look as like striking or potentially as good. Maybe it'll look as good still, probably as like something like this, right? But this yellow is really going to pop, and which is it's really nice to have. However, I understand, and I'm not going to take any points off if you don't have the supply kit yet. Okay, that's just again, if you did not get the supply kit. If you did, you're going to take that post-it note, and then on a separate page, right? I did the page just next to the practice page right here. Okay, you're going to place that post-it note on the next page. Okay, and so do not throw this away. And if you lost it, you're going to have to make a new one, and you're going to have to start over. I'm sorry to say, right? Because you do need it for this project. Okay. That being said, if you already have this and you already have it set up for the next page, feel free to move on to the next step.